This video is made for adult collectors because my desk is currently covered in the P-Bandai Testament Gundam. I didn't get to finish it before recording this, and now I gotta pack it up so I can edit. That's pain.
So as a Transformers fan, there's like one very specific sound that is so satisfying that I think most will agree is the most satisfying sound in Transformers when it comes to the toys. And the gun fell out. And that's this. It's so satisfying. I love that sound.
Unicron Trilogy was such a time. Like, they were just trying the wildest ideas with everything. Each portion of the trilogy, though, had a line-wide gimmick. I wonder what other line did that. Armada was Minicons, Cybertron was Cyberkeys, and then smack dab in the middle, there was this. Combining. Energon was probably the first show I watched in Transformers from start to finish when it came out. I was born in 98 and this came out in 2004, I believe. So like prime kid time to watch this show, I guess. The show wasn't great from what I recall, but I loved the toys. Here I have two I really wanted, Ironhide and Jetfire, and they are jank. But I love them. I'll start in alt mode because it will just make this video flow a bit better, but these vehicles are so Tonka coded, especially Ironhide. Ironhide is just a big dumb blue truck with chunky tires and this massive red whatever on the top. He also has this like weird brown all over him, which looks like it's discolored, but no, that's just what it's supposed to look like. The turret does rotate, and I refuse to put batteries in it because when it rotates, it does not shut up. It also goes off if I breathe in the other rooms, so like that's not happening. There's a firing missile at the top here too, which also likes to go off by itself. When I was helping my local shop, Comic Alley Toys, not sponsored, sort through all of this, we built an Energon Ironhide to completion and the missile just kept going off. Jetfire is so cool. This was my Energon grail. It's my favorite design from the show. Like, this is just a cool looking shuttle. I love all the colors. This white paint on the front here though especially. There's something about how clean this is with the white and the black and the red, along with surviving in this pile for ages. It's just really nice, durable paint. I don't know, something about it is just pleasing to the eye. It's a nice, big, chunky shuttle. I love the boosters at the back. They are adjustable too, so if you want to like turn them around, you can. I really dig this metallic blue on the top here and the bits of gold at the side where the Energon star plugs in. I don't have an Energon star to plug in. I like how the gun up front works. It's a satellite-looking thing with a firing missile. The trigger is on the other side though, but if you flip it over, there's this little tiny bit, and that's when you plug it into the bottom of the shuttle. There's a button there, and you can press that on the shuttle, and it'll activate the missile. I think that's a really cool solution to that. The shuttle also rolls very well, which is surprising because it's a spaceship. It has such a nice hand feel too. It's so solid, and the plastic is still unrivaled to me in Transformers from this era. It's just very nice. Easily my favorite Unicron Trilogy figure thus far. Both of their transformations are on the easy side because, I mean, look at them. But Jetfire does a lot of cool and interesting things.
Chunky and fun and easy is the best way I can describe these two when it comes to their transformations, because yeah, they don't do a lot, but it's so nice to flick them back and forth and they make that lovely sound. So we'll start with Ironhide, which by the way, this was given to me by my friend Nick a long time ago. But my Ironhide has a problem now because of how old he is, and this likes to fall off. So to start with, you're going to open this up and there it goes. It does that. It's old. Then you take the legs and you bring them down. You take the feet, you fold them out. You take the heels, fold them out. Stand them up, split the legs. You take the arms and you split them from the back. Rotate them forward. Ah! Ooh, that made a terrible cracking noise. What did that? What was that? I don't know what it is, but his heel now sits lower than this one. That's fun. You split the legs and then you open up the head. And there, that's it. That's Ironhide. He's done. Hooray. See? Easy. Jetfire is not your traditional space shuttle transformation for Jetfire, which I like. Take the gun, take it off, put it off to the side, fold this section up. There's his head. Fold his head down. Then you want to come under here and you want to split this section and then fold the booster. Ah, it's easier said than done. They're a bit stiff. You fold them down on both sides. And you just bring this around like that. Straighten it out, fold this fin in, take this piece, bring it up on both sides, and you accordion the feet. They're on like this triple hinge sort of setup. Ow, I just pinched my finger. Then the arms, you want to take these and bring them out to the side, and then rotate this at the white part forward by one click, and then they will tap into the sides of the torso. Rotate that around 180 degrees. Bring the arms down, open this up, fold out the fist, and then close that up, and that's Jetfire. Now, one thing that I don't quite understand about this figure, because the instructions don't tell you, at least not the ones that I got, but I got the box and everything. This, what's the purpose of this? Like, it opens and then you press a button and it closes, but I don't know what the actual full purpose for that is. But yeah, there's Jetfire.
These are some goofy robots. Like, that's an Ironhide and that's a Jetfire. Jetfire looks more like a Jetfire, but this is a very interesting Ironhide. He is still mostly truck. Like, there's a lot of just truck hanging off this guy, and he commands a presence. I do like the flashy colors with the vibrant red and the bright blue. He's got some really bloated forearms, and his lower legs are entirely just the front of the vehicle, but it has a weird jank charm to it. Not a fantastic looking toy, if I'm honest, but I vibe with it. Jetfire, on the other hand, this is my favorite Jetfire design. He's so chunky and beefy. I love how the lower half is red and the top half is white and gray. He's on the wide side, maybe a bit too wide to me. Honestly, he's pretty clean, all things considered, with just the cockpit hanging off the back. I am glad he has massive heels though, because then that means he stands properly, but that will be an issue later. And these guys are big. Mega Class wasn't playing around back then. Their articulation though, well, it isn't the main focus back then, and they can't really do much.
Yeah, what's unfortunate is even though Jetfire is my favorite Energon toy, like out of the entire toy line, Ironhide's articulation is way better than Jetfire's. The head can rotate, but not the head itself. The whole platform rotates, but the platform rotates left and right, and if you have batteries in, it makes terrible sound. The shoulders, they can go forward and they can go back. They can go out about that far. This does get in the way. You can use this as a backwards butterfly joint if you want. However, this doesn't want to stay put on mine. It's got a little bit of a gap now. It's never had that before. There are ball jointed elbows, so you get a little bit under 90 degrees of bend and a bicep rotation. Nothing at the waist because the entire crotch section splits in half. The hips, they can go forward that far, they can go back that far, they can go out that far. You have below the knee swivel, which is unfortunate, but there is that. You get 90 degrees of bend at the knee and nothing at the feet. You can kind of count this as an ankle tilt, I guess, but that looks a bit stupid. Jetfire, on the other hand, has less. He does have less, and it is a little unfortunate. So the head does nothing. It straight up does nothing. You can wiggle it a little bit left and right. The visor moves a tiny bit, and you can do that. It's supposed to make noise, but mine just doesn't want to work. But yeah, that's just, it's a platform. The head's there. If the chin didn't go below this panel piece right here, it would spin, but it just doesn't. The shoulders, they can do a full 360 degrees. They can go out that far. There's a ball joint at the elbow, but unlike most elbows that are on a ball joint that are structured like that, this one, the ball joint's up here, so you do get an elbow bend, but only a wrist swivel of sorts, not a bicep swivel. There is enough play to go that far left and right, but yeah, it doesn't work. Again, no waist joint because that's where the whole figure splits in half. The hips, they can go forward that far, they can go back that far, and then you have full splits. He does have thigh rotation, which is a little loose on my copy, even though it is ratcheted. You get a nice ratcheted 90-degree bend at the knee, and then the feet can go forward and they can go back. So while Jetfire's lower body is a little bit more articulated than Ironhide's, his upper body is not so much.
Now the main gimmick, the combining. So these two are like a duocon, where it's two robots that combine into one larger one, but they can each be a top or a bottom half. Shirt and pants mode, as the community liked to call it back then, even though I didn't start watching toy reviews till like the end of elementary / primary school. But this is where things start to get real crazy.
So we're gonna do the combo where Ironhide is the top and Jetfire is the bottom first. So we'll get Jetfire out of the way and we'll get Ironhide prepped. So to start with, we're going to fold up the heels and flip it around. You've got fists already in here. So doing the backpack, you can kind of just do it however you want because like the arms and things are just gonna get in the way of a lot of stuff. You're gonna split this and you're gonna rotate it 180 degrees around. Then you're gonna take Ironhide's crotch and you're gonna split it open and it's going to ratchet out. You can also now see how the ratchet works on the inside there, which is kind of funny. But once you have that done, you're going to take the arms, the Ironhide arms, and bring them to the back like that. Just sort of leave them out there. Bring this to the back, leave them out there. This is just, oh, these are the wrong way. This is just kind of how I like to have it, is just having them like this here and then they'll bend down later. But once you have that, you're just gonna take this and peg it in to place. It's a bit stiff. And then bring the arm down. And that's Ironhide in shirt mode. Pants mode for Jetfire is a bit more involved. So we're going to fold up the fists. We're going to fold up these tail fins, open this section up, bring the head up, fold this up like that. Bring this section to the back. We're going to bring this up and peg that into place like you're going back into shuttle mode. Both sides, rotate that. Take this entire assembly here and rotate it around. We want to take the legs here. You want to extend them, again, like you're going back into jet mode, and then fold this section down to hold all of that into place. And then that's like Jetfire's pants mode, I guess, sort of. It likes to do this. This, again, you can orient it however you want. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Then you want to take Ironhide here, stack him on top, and shove him in, and then I'll take Ironhide's arms and just bend them back here. The Jetfire legs just cannot support this very well. So like, oh boy.
Bro is long and back heavy. Jetfire's ratchets have a bit of play in the knee and the hip, causing him to lean back a bit, not to mention his heels fold up. But this looks ridiculous and I dig it. It's all kinds of fun to look at. It also looks like Ironhide just got his ribs hanging out, all like Einzul Gone-like. There is a lot just hanging out the back here, like a lot, and it will get worse later. I don't really know what to do with Ironhide's arms at the back here, so I'm just gonna have them hang out like that. Articulation is basically forget about it. He has posability, but he likes to fall when I try to get him into almost anything. The other combo, though, is the one I like the most.
We're just gonna take this off now because it's gonna fall apart. So now we're gonna do Jetfire as a shirt. So let's get Jetfire over here. We're going to collapse the legs back down as you were going into robot mode now. And okay, that just came right off. These come off very easily, I've noticed. But you flip this guy around and you're gonna fold the heels up, and those are the fists. And then we're going to take this piece here and split it down the center, and then bring the head out and bring that down. Rotate this around, and there you have Jetfire's arms ready to go. This backpack, again, you can kind of just orient it however you want. I'm just gonna sort of leave it like this for now, just to get it out of the way of everything. It kind of also gives him like little fancy back wings, but there's the top half. Ironhide, you basically want to put him back into his normal robot mode. Now we're gonna take the arms here and we're going to peg them together and just sort of leave all of this hanging out. We're gonna close his face, but leave all this hanging out back there. Then you wanna take these legs, bring them around, open up what was once the feet, and get that around the thigh. So do that on both sides there. Then you wanna fold down the new feet and fold away the fists so that they're hidden. You can still tell they're fists, but they're hidden, guys, it's okay. You take Jetfire and you plug him in to the power links port, and then just sort of get Ironhide's junk all situated. And that's the Jetfire combo. Yay.
He's just massive with that cockpit sticking straight up. There is even more hanging off the back here, though. Like they said, I don't know what to do with Ironhide, just throw him at the back. And he has the world's worst grip on his gun, but looks-wise, I like this combo method more. Oh, and I noticed while writing this that Ironhide's hip ratchets look like they're about to explode because they're starting to separate. That's fun. But as a toy gimmick, this still kind of rocks. Not to mention the hand feel of these toys with their solid and dense plastic and their clicky nature. It has issues, but as a play pattern, it's fun, and I would like for them to do this again because the only Energon toy we have right now in the modern day is a stupid core class Megatron. But I like these, they're cool. And that's been my look at Energon Jetfire and Ironhide. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.